Welcome to It's Martini Time. I was over at a friend's house at a little afternoon gathering, and boy, was it beautiful outside. Everything was outside because of the weather, and I rushed back here to be with you because I didn't want us to miss our Martini Time. So, and the host at the place we were at, they were Catholics, and so I was telling them about my giving. I was a Martini priest, and I'm giving the Mass at 5 o'clock, and they thought it was funny. So what I wanted to talk about today was don't be a rabbit. Now there was a YouTube video on Facebook, and I love these. I get so much inspiration from these YouTube videos, whatever they are. I usually write about them. I call them video metaphors. And the one that caught my attention today was the dog that was raised with rabbits, and it was jumping around the yard like a rabbit. And it was so funny. And immediately I recognized a spiritual story from my yoga days. And those of you who have been or are in a spiritual tradition, particularly from the East, is that there are a plethora of stories about the master and the disciple, or the guru and the disciple, or the spiritual whatever. But there are a lot of humorous little spiritual stories as metaphors to the spiritual truth that you're trying to find. And one that I remember, one of my first ones, was the story about a tiger. This is Indian tiger who was raised by sheep. Its mother was killed, and the sheep raised it, and it was eating grass and running around with the sheep. And a forest tiger came in to get some dinner, and saw this tiger running from him like a sheep, and he was astonished, and he ran and caught the tiger and dragged it over to a pond and stuck his face down there and says, "Look, two faces, you, me." And then he got some some blood, smeared it on his lips, and he began to lick his lips. And the tiger recognized his true nature and roared, you see. So that's the spiritual story of recognizing your true nature. So when I saw this little dog jumping as a rabbit, I imagined a big dog coming into the yard, grabbing this rabbit dog by the neck and taking him over to a pond and saying, "Look, you're a dog. You know, your true nature is a dog, not a rabbit. Wake up to your true nature." So this is the way my mind works. My reference, when I see these things, is to some spiritual truth. Rather than most people will look at them and say they're funny, they're entertaining, and I irritate some people because I'll make it a metaphor to something else. Say, why don't you just let it be a dog and a rabbit? Why have to make something out of it, you know? Well, sorry. So the idea here is that our true nature is asleep, and we have to wake up and discover our true voice. If you remember the movie, The King's Speech, it was all about awakening to my voice. Now, Helen Keller, I talked about that yesterday. That's about wakening up to the word, my word. It's not somebody else's word. It's not some original word. It's my word. When do I speak my word? That is the word of my true nature. We all understand this. We all feel this. We're all looking for our true nature. Who am I? What's my purpose? What am I here for? What is my voice? What is my word with a capital W, you see? What is my big bang? What is my ohm? Who am I, you see? And this question is like buried in this labyrinth of the world where everybody defines you. Everybody tells you who you are. Everybody names you. The world names you. And we agree with that because we want to be liked. We want to be named. We want to fit in. So we adopt this name and we fit in. But there's a price to pay. The price is I don't wake up to my true word. And I'm 80 years old, and I've always been awakening to, always asking the question, and always awakening to my true word, and it's always, there's always more. You never arrive and say, I'm it. I finally arrived. There's no more change, no more life or anything. No, that's not it at all. But when we awaken to our true nature, we're absolutely happy doing what we do. And the energy is there. Just like I rushed back here to be here with you at 5 o'clock. Everybody, what do you know? Take a day off. It's Sunday. Nah, don't. It's just, it's just Facebook. Yeah. No, it's my true nature. I'm speaking my true nature. You see, this is who I am. I'm speaking it right now. I am this. I'm not doing this for anything. I'm doing it because this is what I am. You see, so I'm speaking my word. And when you speak your word, you're authentic. That's what everybody wants in the world. They want to see authenticity, somebody who speaks their word. But we're always finding out they're speaking two words, or they're hypocrites, or they're not authentic. So we're hungry for authenticity. We're starving for authenticity, but we're looking for it in the wrong place. We're looking for it out there when it's really inside. Authenticity is discovered inside. And when you're authentic, the world is authentic because you are the world and the world is you. There is no boundary between you and the world except what the mind creates. But if we believe I'm a rabbit, then everything looks like a carrot. You know what I mean? If I believe I'm a rabbit, I see the world through a rabbit's eyes. You see? So you have to find your eyes. Your eye. When you find your eyes and your voice, you speak your word, and the world becomes real. Because you are real, and you are the world, and the world is you. If you're not real and you're not authentic, the world is not authentic. The world is not real. The world is fake. And we become nihilistic and hope for the end. Did I want to go to a better place? Let's end it all. This is an inauthentic place. It's almost like, the Garden of Eden. We've been, that story where Adam and Eve were exiled, and they were cursed to wander the world, looking for how to get back in the garden. Well, this is a story about the lost authenticity. We've lost our authenticity, and we're wandering the world looking for it. We believe we're a rabbit, and we're a tiger acting like a sheep. You see. So there's so much that I see in Facebook, YouTubes, and everywhere really, as spiritual prods, like a cattle prod, a spiritual cattle prod to the soul to wake up. But what's happened in our culture, materialistic consumer culture, is that the advertising prods the soul, and the soul peaks up, it's really interested in it, but then it's given some deodorant, or it's given something. It's like the baby cries for the mother's milk, and it's given a rubber pacifier. So our authenticity is stimulated by the advertising on media, and it begins to stir and open up, and immediately the mind is given a product or something as a substitute, and the soul goes back to sleep. Oh, well, maybe tomorrow, you see. So don't be a rabbit, right? Look in the mirror and say, aha, I'm here. Get used to it. I'm speaking my voice. There is nothing to stop me from speaking my voice, my word, my original word. So thank you for being here, and it's Martini Time, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay?